Good morning, class. Okay, please stand and let us pray. Shane Samantha, please lead the prayer. Okay, class, before we take your seats, kindly arrange your chairs and pick up the pieces of papers. Leaders, who are the absentees for today? Okay, thank you, leaders. Do you want to play, kids? Okay, everyone will stand up and we will play a game. I have here a jumbled letter in the paper. All you need to do is to arrange the letter into a correct word. This time, I need everyone to participate the game, and every student will get the correct answer, will get the prize. Okay, now get your notebooks and copy this guide question. Okay, class, are you done? Alright, you may keep your notebooks now. Okay, class, what have you noticed our game? Yes, Shane? What have you noticed our game? Okay, very good. The game that we play is about the elements of the plot. So, what do you think is our lesson for today? Ashley, what do you think is our lesson for today? Any other guess? Althea? Okay, very good. Our lesson for today is about short story and its elements. Okay, class, let us give Althea a Darna clap. Okay, class, our lesson for today is about short story and its elements. Okay, class, who among you know what is short story? Yes, Ashley, what is short story? Okay, very good. What else, class? Shane? Okay, very good, class. Let's give Elaine, Ashley, and Shane Samantha a Darna clap. Okay, class. Short story is short work of fiction. Fiction, as you know, is prose writing about imagined events and characters. Prose writings differs from poetry in that it does not depend on verses, meters, or rhymes for its organization and presentation. Now, who can give me an example of a short story? Okay, very good. Let's give Shane Samantha a Darna clap. What else, class? Althea? Okay, very good. Who can tell me what is in the picture? Yes, Ashley. What is in the picture? Right, mountain. It is a mountain. And this mountain is related to our topic for today. Now, class, I have a story to read. Are you ready to read and listen? Come on, and ready your ears as we start our short story. Why is slicing onion make us cry? In the olden days, there were only the gods and Sindatum. Sindatum was a mortal and the slave of the gods. The gods asked Sindatum to take good care of one plant. Sindatum obeyed but did not like the plant. Why do the gods like this plant? How can such an ugly plant make their goods tasty? He took care of the plant at the daytime, but at night time he cut the leaves of the plant. The gods were surprised. They themselves water the plant, defend the plant so animals could not eat it, and yet the plant would not grow. Someone is doing the plant harm. Let us keep watch at night. One moonlight night, they saw Sindatum destroying the plant. They grabbed Sindatum by the arm. How ungrateful you are, said the gods. You have to kill the plants except one. The gods thought of a punishment for him. They wanted punishment that would last a lifetime. At last, they decided on what the punishment would be. You and your descendants will crave for this plant. You would look for it to make your food tasty, but when you slice it, your eyes will also hurt. You will cry to what you have done. Slice, then slicing onions make us cry. Did you enjoy the story? That's good, class. For your activity, get a pencil and paper. I will give you 5 minutes to finish your activity. Direction. Arrange the sequence of the events of the story you read into correct order by placing number 1 to 5 on each blank. Are you done answering, class? Very good. Did you enjoy answering the activity? Are you able to arrange the sequence of the events in the story in its proper order? Great! Do you have an idea what does the sequencing of events called? Yes, Ashley. What does the sequencing of events called? Yes, the activity that you have done, which is sequence the events of the story, is called plot. What is plot? Yes, Shane, what is plot? Very good. Again, class, plot is the order of events that make up a story. The plot usually begins with an exposition, which introduces us to the character and background information of the story. Next comes the rising action, which involves complications that lead to conflict between characters. After the rising action, we reach the climax, which is turning point in the story. After the climax, there is a falling action, which leads to the resolution of the conflict. Did you understand, class? Very good. Who can give me the elements of the plot? Yes, Althea. Give me one element of the plot. Very good. What else? Yes, Shane. Very good. What else? Ashley. Very good, class. Let's give all a Darna clap. Okay, class. There are 5 elements of a plot. First, exposition or introduction. Second, rising action. Third, climax. Fourth, falling action. Fifth, resolution or denouement. Where do you think is the exposition part in the story you read? Yes, Ashley. Where is the exposition part in the story? Very good. The exposition part is where olden days there were only gods and Sindatum. Sindatum was a mortal and the slave of the gods. When we say exposition, here you can introduce your characters, establish the settings, and begin to introduce the primary conflict of your story. Did you understand? Very good. Where do you think is the rising action part in the story you read? Yes, Shane. Where is the rising action part in the story? Very good. The rising action in the story is where Sindatum can cut the leaves of the plant. When we say rising action, the rising action normally begins with an inciting incident or a moment that sets your story into action. Did you understand? Very good. Where do you think is the climax part in the story you read? Yes, Althea? Where is the climax part in the story? Very good. The climax part is where the gods saw Sindatom destroying the plant. They grabbed Sindatom by the arm. Where do you think is the falling action part in the story you read? Yes, Ashley. Where is the falling action part in the story? Very good. The falling action is where the gods thought of a punishment for Sindatom. When we say falling action, this is the time to start resolving conflict and subplots so your story doesn't feel rushed in the last few characters. This is also where any conflict that arose as a result of the climax can start being resolved. Did you understand, class? Very good. Where do you think is the resolution part in the story you read? Yes, Althea? Where is the resolution part of the story? Very good. The resolution part is when the gods decided of the punishment where slicing the onion your eyes were hurt and makes us cry. When we say resolution or denouement, it is the end of your story where you can tie up the final lost ends and bring your story to its happy or tragic ending. Did you understand? Very good. Earlier, I have showed you the picture of a mountain. That can you observe in the mountain? Yes, Ashley. What can you observe in the mountain? Yes, correct. The shape of the mountain is like a triangle. We can use this a backbone in identifying the elements of a flat. I will show you an example of it. Again, what is flat? Yes, Elaine Ashley, what is flat? Very good. What are the elements of the flat? Yes, Shane Samantha, what are the elements of the plot? Great! Why is it important to identify the plot of the story? Yes, Althea. Why it is important to identify the plot of a story? Fantastic! Again, it is important to identify the plot of a story because plot focuses attention on the significant characters. Did you understand? Very good. Okay, now let's have activity. Get your paper and ball pen. Direction. Analyze and make summary of the story. Why is slicing onions make us cry? Base your answer from the activity where you arrange the sequence of events from 1 to 5. Okay, class, you may start now. Okay, class, are you done answering? Okay, if you're done answering, then pass your paper in front. Is all the paper here already? Okay, class, let's get another paper and answer it. Direction. Using the elements of the plot, construct the sequence of events in the story. Why is slicing onions make us cry? And place your answer in the plot diagram. Okay, class, you may start. Okay, class, are you done answering? Okay, if you're done answering, then pass your paper in front. Okay. all the paper here already? Very good. Alright, class. What have you learned from our lesson for today? Yes, Ashley. What else? Yes, Shane, Samantha. Okay, good job. So, all in all, what we have learned is that how to construct the sequence of events in the story, and also we learned on how to arrange the sequence of events in the story into correct order by placing number. Now, your assignments: read the story The Cruel Emperor and identify its plot through plot diagram. Alright, class? Okay, your assignment should be passed next meeting. Okay? Okay. Goodbye, class.